welcome back to the WDBF World Championship here in Los Angeles, California. Wow, that was an exciting bronze medal match that we just watched back there.
Yeah, all the way to sudden death. Obviously, you love seeing those close matches. So much drama. It actually ended. All those times you said you don't want to go out on a line violation in the finals, and in the end there, I believe that was Lama was the last player from Australia and actually did back into the line. Frustrating way for him to end it, but I mean, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, great show from both countries. We just saw you do an interview with one of your fellow Canadians,
yeah.
Mergler. Mergler has a big fan base here from the Aussies. I have here a Melbourne Mergler shirt that has been made. So the Aussies have made their own Mergler fan club, I think is the best way to call it. You'll see these shirts around the stadium around here. They've just kind of adopted him as their own mascot. They even have like a Mergler doll. They have jackets. And I have to say, the real Mergler is taking it in stride to have such a large amount of people kind of just making this club around him. He's so humble. He handles it so well. One of the most honest players I think I've also ever seen play this sport.
Yeah, we saw him go out on a few finger blocks last night, calling himself out even after, the refs hadn't even looked his way. So always appreciate to see that from the players. We heard Jen Ritchie earlier saying that she mentioned that she gets comments from other teams as well, other countries, just commenting that like the Canadians seem like a super honest group of people, which makes me feel good. I feel like they're representing our nation well when they show that kind of honesty and integrity.
Absolutely, absolutely. As an American, I can say that that's been something consistently I've seen throughout this tournament, is that a really tricky one would be something that's called a finger block. So it looks like it hits the ball, but if it, as a player, you know, if it hits your fingers, and these players, Mergler especially, went out a couple times last night on those very, very close finger calls, that it's really tough from the ref's perspective to really know if it actually hit their fingers or not. So you have to put some trust in the players on some of these calls, and I have to give Canada quite a bit of credit for playing some pretty honest dodgeball here.
Yeah, and it is tricky when you've got these balls that are only 7 inches across. Especially the bigger your hands are, the longer your fingers are. If you're holding onto a ball with both hands and an incoming ball comes in, it's pretty hard to avoid having your fingers impacted. So it's definitely a skill to try and block with your hand, like more behind the ball. But players, it's often on them to call themselves out on those finger blocks. And yeah, we've seen that happen a few times in this tournament. We always appreciate that from the players. Want to feel like they've earned the points properly, so we appreciate that integrity.
But yeah, we'll see now here with this next U.S.-Malaysia game where all the Merglers are going to switch their allegiance to. I know that some of them felt a little like crossed on that last game. Are they going for their home country, or are they going for Mergler? So we'll see who they adopt here between the U.S. and Malaysia going forward, because they're a pretty rowdy bunch. Between Canada and Australia, that's a big amount of the crowd that could be swayed one way or another.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I mean, the American side obviously has a lot of fans from, we're in the United States, so quite a sizable contingent here to support Team USA. But there are also people who've traveled from all over the place. Most of those red jackets, as we mentioned earlier, belong to members of the Australian side. I don't know if I can see any of the red Merglers jackets, but I also want to give a little shout out to a couple of our sponsors. We've seen Balliste Sports. I've bought a snazzy pair of bright red knee pads from them, and Propel water with the electrolytes that bodies crave, especially when you're at the tail end of a 4-day-long dodgeball tournament against world-class competition.
As well, we see our sponsorship from Goat Tape. Goat Tape has been a fantastic supporter of dodgeball here in the United States. For those who don't know at home, a lot of players will wrap their fingers and their wrists with tape to protect them. It's really easy, believe it or not, to snap a finger here in dodgeball. It can catch that pinky pretty easily. So a lot of players will wrap their knuckles especially to protect them, similar to, say, what CrossFitters will do to when they want to lift with weights, they'll wrap their fingers in the same way. So Goat Tape has been a fantastic sponsor here. We also have KBS Apparel. That is what you see the United States jerseys. That is who made our United States team jerseys. We also have Back to Total Health and Wellness. We mentioned earlier that one of the Aussie players got injured, went and saw physical therapist and chiropractor over at Total Health and Wellness. They are an amazing company that's out of the West Hollywood area that will consistently give a good deal and help out lots of dodgeball players in Los Angeles. So we are really grateful to all of our sponsors here today.
Let's go!
That was pretty extra special, I have to say.
Referees, start your matches. Crowd, keep that energy up.
So for those of you at home that don't know, Jake Mason is also a dance teacher. So those are his pop dance crew. I hope you guys were watching the halftime show. He made a little special appearance in one of those dance routines. He's a phenomenal dancer himself. He choreographs all of those dances as well. So he asked his girls to come out and give the audience a little special dance, and also tried to pump up Team USA ladies right there. That was really nice.
Yeah, the ladies seem to appreciate it. Rolina Tomason getting into the dance. All right, and now we're into the gold medal match for the women. Team Malaysia looking to not only repeat, but three-peat, I believe. They also took it in 2016 in Australia. Meanwhile, the Americans hoping to take it on home turf. And it's been tight between these two teams. Malaysia entering as the #1 seed. They went 5-1, only dropping one match to Team Canada. Meanwhile, the Americans 4-2, coming in as the 2nd seed, with the fewest points given up against. Only 24 sets lost through the round robin. Oh, and there we see a grazing shot. That was number 11, Stella, finding the mark. Ooh, that was an aggressive shot as well. As we see Hui Shan taking a try toward the Americans, but they survive, come to the line, big fake. Oh, and it looks like they connect with Megan.
We did see a player that fell out of bounds there. So here at WDBF, the lines are hard out. So what that means is even if a player accidentally steps over that white line, they are considered out. And on this gold medal match, this is not the way that you want to have an out. You want to make that other team earn it.
For sure. Now Malaysia faking. American team cheering. They are appreciating that big shot. And is Sophia getting knocked out? Shot toward Cook. Cook, who makes me flinch when she pump fakes. She commits to those real hard. Forcing some movement out of Team Malaysia. Oh, and it looks like that ball finding some targets. You see Cook hit out. No, sorry, not Cook, on the other corner. But we do see Stella knocked out for the Malaysian side. Attack from Malaysia missing. Hui Shan's going to get a ball back from her sideline. The Americans still 4 strong, 1 ball each. And they go for Hui Shan, the counterattack missing. Yin Fang still alive.
This is a big chance for the U.S. to get that first point on the board.
And they do. Hometown crowd loving it.
You can see some excited fans right there along the lines in their U.S. apparel.
All right, second point starting.
We apologize for the viewers at home. We're having a little bit of a technical difficulty. We'll get you caught up as soon as possible. Looks like there are 6 players left on the court for the United States.
Malaysia only 4. They're taking the line back. And now they'll go on offense. Oh, and that's a catch in the ankles of Kate Gong. Best of dodgeball, here we go. She went low. And the Americans hitting as well as Cook connects. Wow. Getting the bounces, getting the catches. Team USA coming out strong.
Definitely helps when you have the crowd on your side, can keep your enthusiasm up.
Yeah, we see that shot missing. The Americans taking the line.
That was a Mezcua.
Yep. Amezcua with a good shot. And now we see back and forth. Oh, that point finished off with authority.
Cecilia Enstrom with that final kill for the United States.
Yeah.
The United States have come up swinging.
And
They are not wanting to let the Malaysia team get any kind of momentum, get any groove going.
And they're feeling it, but Team Malaysia, obviously, there is an awful lot of time for them to come back. They're only down 2-0. We've seen some pretty big momentum shifts already in these medal rounds today. And slow pace to start this point. Shot toward Cook is blocked. We got about 15 minutes remaining in the first of 2 20-minute halves. Oh, back and forth. We see Malaysia answering on to Enstrom there. And now the Americans up to the line. Now Rodia, one of the throwers, missing. Team Malaysia coming up to the line to reclaim those balls. And they go toward Cook, who stays low. Ashley Cook in her first year on Team USA.
Very experienced player, though.
And another confident attack out of the Americans. That was a Mezcua, bringing Team Malaysia down to just 2. And those big arms on Team USA are really finding the elusive targets on Malaysia so far. Oh, but great timing there to eliminate Cook. Team USA down to 4. See Rolina threatening, but not taking that one. There, that's another great shot.
By Rachel Rodia from Arizona.
Yeah, Rodia has shown a lot of accuracy with that arm today. I should say yesterday. She hasn't played yet until today. Just now, though, very accurate throw.
100% so far.
Yeah. She's grazed out there.
Oh, I thought Mezcua was going for that one. I flinched a bit.
And now both throws connecting on the defenseless player.
When we can hear the thud of the ball from this far away on the court, you know that was a very accurate throw by Mezcua.
Yeah, 13.5 minutes. Still on the clock for the first half. That may have been a timeout by Coach Albert of Malaysia.
That's an appropriately timed timeout. They don't want to let Team USA get that much more momentum than they already have. Malaysia wants to come together, figure out maybe a new strategy. If I were them, I think I'd start playing a little bit more aggressively, try to get the United States to fall back on their heels a little bit. They've been pushing the line. Right now, the U.S. is absolutely controlling the momentum of this game.
Yeah, and we saw it when Malaysia did take their only loss to the Canadian women. The story of that match was very much the Team Canada just controlling the center, dictating the tempo of the match. And Malaysia's defensive style in that particular situation just was not working for them. So the Americans may be recognizing that that's part of where one of the few times that the Malaysian team has shown kind of weakness was in that match against Canada. So
yeah, definitely. You bring up a good point. So in round robin play, for those who do not know, Malaysia did beat the U.S. So the only loss that Malaysia had coming into this was against Canada.
Yeah, Malaysia triumphing 6-4 over the Americans when they met on Thursday.
Since then, though, we've definitely seen the U.S. ladies team gel a bit more, come together, find their groove a bit. A lot of these ladies are from very different parts of the country. They maybe never played together before. So it's taken them a couple days to find their mojo, but it seems like they may have found it here today.
Mezcua hit out. That shot a little bit wild. And a couple of big throws connecting. Maybe that was Ashley getting hit out. And now let's see what Malaysia can do as they come to the line. Nice cross-body shot going toward Enstrom. The Americans now on the attack. No harm done.
Five. Oh, go ahead.
Malaysia's turn to set up. Sophia dictating the play. Yeah, we see 2 shots connecting onto. I think that was Enstrom.
Nice play by Malaysia there. I just can't hear myself.
So let's see how Malaysia responds.
Four left for the United States.
We got, hearing the call from the refs, 12 minutes. Big shot onto Cook. It's a big connect from number 23, Alia. But answered back by Team USA.
Crowd loving that right now.
Yeah, still though, Malaysia, the extra player right now. That ball going toward Captain Gong. You see a little bit of back and forth. Oh, that was dropped.
Just a missed catch there by Rolina, returning USA player. And Rodia knocked out. And it looks like Kate Gong might also have been hit out there, so this point goes back to Malaysia. Definitely don't want to count them out yet. As we saw in the last game, Australia was down 5-0, and they brought a big comeback. So it's still anyone's game. There's lots of time left on the clock.
And I feel like one thing the Malaysian teams have shown over the last couple of years is that they're very good at adapting when things don't go their way, whether it's over the course of a single match or the whole tournament. They learn from the things they aren't doing well. They find new things to do well instead. And yeah, this could be the start of a momentum change, but obviously the Americans are going to look to make sure that doesn't happen.
Crowd's getting very into this. We started to hear a Malaysia chant, and man, USA did not appreciate that, so they come right back with a louder chant.
Hey, you can see Team Malaysia and supporters in those orange jackets in the background. They actually look pretty sharp. I like them.
They do. I see some jersey trades going that way.
So Mason with the grab.
Beautiful catch. Hand catch there. That's very difficult to do.
See Ashley hit out. Oh, that catch attempt dropped. Possibly that was Gong hit out. Malaysia still with 4. You see an attack from Alia missing on Cook. Now the Americans, there's a grab. Number 15, Sophia, making the catch. She's hit out as well, but I'm sure she'll take it.
So those at home that might not know, a catch means that not only does the thrower go out, one of your own players comes back in. So it's a 2-for-1 deal. I always say catches win games.
Yeah, we were saying earlier, catches win matches. Rhymes nicely, but
oh, should stick to that. Trademark that.
Yeah, Malaysia now at the edge and players. Seeing some a little bit more aggression from the Malaysian women, so maybe they heard you
Yeah, maybe they took my tips.
I do feel like they're dictating the tempo a little bit better than earlier.
I do. It looks like they're throwing a bit more, playing a little bit more aggressively. You've seen the U.S. back on that white line a little bit more often than before.
Yun Fang hit out, bringing it to 3-on-3. Malaysia tinkering with their position a little bit. And they attack onto Gong. Kate Gong, a veteran of high-level competition, leading her team. Some counterattacks possible. I hear whistles.
Yeah, I believe Kate Gong's been the captain even for the United States ladies team for 4 years, maybe even more.
A lot of leadership.
She has a lot of experience on this world stage. I don't think she lets much rattle her anymore. She's mastered the nerves at this point.
Now the ref's indicating that Hui Shan, number 13 on Malaysia, was out. I didn't see why. Might have been a line violation. Ashley Cook.
8:45 still left on the clock.
Yeah, so we have a 2-on-2 now. Shot onto Alia. And there's a good smart block. Counterattack by the Americans. They miss. Players staying inbounds as well. The Americans with just one ball. Malaysia's going to need to use that ball advantage. Throwing toward the blocker. Gong almost reaching for that catch. Ooh.
That was a big pump fake. I think it faked out about everyone in the stadium.
Yeah, but Stella sliding back safely. Stella hit out. And this time it's the Americans getting their groove back, avenging that last point from Team Malaysia. And going up 4-1. Looks like just under 8 minutes in the first half.
Good aggressive play by the States on that last one. They wanted to keep Malaysia on that back line. So those that don't know, that back line is a hard out. So players have to be very cognizant not to step over, but try to stay as safe as possible with the impending balls coming their direction.
Yeah, you want to use all the space available. Ooh, big shot from Ashley. She's got a cannon. And I think that was her ball that found Gong as well. So Ashley, who is returning from last year's championship squad, doing a lot of damage with her throws. But
Ashley
now,
stepping off on that one.
Yep, line violation there. See some good pressure. Well, Rodia commanding that ball back, and now Team USA on the offensive. And Cook with a good alert block at the line. That shot from Alia missing. But again, we do see that aggression coming out of Team Malaysia a little bit more, which we were saying we think they probably need to do to keep the Americans from dominating the center of the court. Cook again with the block. Good shot from, I believe that was Rodia. Oh no, Cook actually may have not been able to block that cleanly. So Rodia establishing herself in the corner again, jumping over that ball. And now it's on Malaysia. Alia in one corner. I believe that is Megan in the other. No, sorry, that is Sophia. Now on the offensive. And we see a couple of shots onto Rolina Tomason. Am I pronouncing that last name correctly? I actually don't remember.
Rolina's? I feel like I say it a little different each time, so I'm not 100% sure myself.
Well,
6 minutes left on the clock.
Well, good coordinated attacks there onto Enstrom, but it does look like Hui Shan and Stella lost in the exchange there.
See if Rodia can pull this out.
They get the jump out of her. Rodia, though, still alive. Sophia and Alia.
Sophia and Alia playing this very smart right now.
Yep.
They're trying to make Rachel play some angles, making it easier for her to hit them at all.
And that's an out. So Malaysia getting themselves second point.
They're closing the gap here.
And they're feeling okay, just down 2-4.
I think that's exactly what Malaysia needs to do to keep America on their heels. They're moving fast, they're playing hard angles, but yet they're still being very aggressive.
Yeah, and I think they're also, I feel like Malaysia's probably a little better if they keep the game slow. So they can be aggressive, but just use that aggression to control some of the space. They don't necessarily need to take every single shot they see. I think the Americans feed off the energy. We heard Brittany Mazuro saying that in her interview earlier. So, oh, there's a grab. So Ashley caught out. The force of the throw did knock the catcher back out of bounds, so that is still an out, but she had control while she was in bounds. And I think that's a good shot onto Lynn. Wow, what an exchange. The Americans, we were just talking about that energy. I think they're feeling it again, so is the crowd.
A little less than 5 minutes left on the clock.
And it's just Sophia and Hui Shan remaining for this side of Team Malaysia. It's a quick start to this point from Team USA. Now the Malaysians with 4 balls coming up to the line. It's a good shot, aggressive posture. Now we see Team USA talking about what to do next. Oh, a big shot from Ashley Cook. It's blocked though. That ball popping up in a way that maybe could have gone for the team catch, but that's dangerous with a couple of big throwers right in your face.
That is dangerous. The U.S. was ready to retaliate if they did go for that. Enstrom stepping out on that hit.
That's what Team Malaysia is going to need to do. Find those hits, whittle down the American side, cut into this 2-4 deficit. Shot from Sophia missing, but Hui Shan connecting into the middle. Now the Americans, though, on offense. There's another big throw from Cook.
Aaliyah and Sophia last in again this time.
Yeah, along with Hui Shan. Rodia making use of all the space in the corner there. It's a throw toward Hui Shan that misses. Ooh. Retaliation from the Malaysian side. And they finally get one of the players out. And it's just Sophia. She's going to have to find a good moment. Maybe look for a catch. Cook keeping her back.
3 minutes left on the clock.
Cook with one of those big fakes, 2 of those big fakes. Just providing cover for her teammate to take the shot. Sophia's return misses. And now the Americans to the line. Oh, well blocked there. Sophia showing some good defensive pressure. Crowd not happy, I think, but I mean, there are a lot of refs looking right at her, so.
You can see both coaches for Team USA telling the crowd to calm down, calm down.
I appreciate seeing that from the coaches. You don't want your fans to get going too hard. Not the wrong way anyway, but the Americans.
Big hit.
Yep. Finally, they take out Sophia, who stayed alive for a long time.
There was a question on the YouTube thread, why are the United States wearing black? That is an excellent question. So you may have noticed that there are different jerseys. A lot of countries will play in for round robin than they do for playoffs. The United States went with a maroon color for round robin, a reddish color. But for playoffs, they want to do something a little different this year. I think there was an idea to go all white, but Canada definitely snatched that up and looked pretty sharp doing it. I had to say I liked the Canadian all white jerseys. And then, so the United States wanted to go for the opposite end of the spectrum here and went for the all black. So we'll see if the intimidation factor is working for them.
We have just about a minute remaining in the first half. If this point has not wrapped up by then, we will go to sudden death, where once again, we'll be back to no blocking. Team Malaysia finding that early player advantage. Ashley again gets caught. And the counter toward the corner, knocking out Lynn. So Team USA with a couple of big catches. There's a hit toward, oh no, not a hit on Stella there, but the return shot knocking out a member of Team USA. Now Malaysia up to the line. We see Chia in the match for the first time. We see a grab. And the Americans definitely finding their grips again.
15 seconds left on the clock.
See a try from Stella there, misses. And we see just before, I believe that was the whistle for halftime, Hui Shan hit out in the corner. The refs are talking things over. Usually this is just about making sure they know which players are still in before the sudden death no blocking portion happens. Hometown crowd cheering on their local team. Is it still a local team if people are, you know, from all over the country?
Home country team, maybe?
Close enough.
There's a large concentration of the ladies U.S. team from the West Coast, LA area, so there's a lot of families here today.
That is definitely true. See some aggressive moves from both teams. One casualty. Chia still in for Malaysia, as is Stella. They've got a tall task ahead of them. 4 players remaining for Team USA. Mason hit out, looking for that catch, couldn't find it. Nemescua now the target, but she get out of the way. Cook coming up to the line, Nemescua firing. Cook connects. The Americans go up 6-2 on their quest for gold.
You can see the whole team excited about that one, joining Cook on the court with that final swing. She has got quite a scary throw, I have to say. Her pump fake is very intimidating, and then when she does decide to let it loose, it makes an impact.
And here we see the replay. Cook getting under the attack, and then her throw. I mean, she just puts her whole body into it and connected there.
So they will be switching sides and then adding another 20 minutes to the clock. Again, this game is not over. As we saw in the last game between Australia and Canada, Canada was up 5-0, and Australia made a big comeback, went on, was it a 7-0 streak, 8-0 streak? I mean, so there's still plenty of time left that Malaysia could still make some changes and give the U.S. a run for their money.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the big thing will be whether Malaysia can kind of deal with that pressure from the American side. They've also given up a few catches now. I think it's going to be, I mean, it's easier said than done, of course, but they're going to need to put those shots on the bodies of the American players in ways that Team USA can't just kind of collapse on them. We've seen a couple of great catches that, you know, they're such big swings. Like, catches win games or matches. And we've definitely seen the American side, a stronger catching team. They've been able to put it to good use so far in the first half.
Definitely, definitely. I know all these ladies have trained very hard to get here today, and it's all on the line now. Gold medal match. For those just joining, this is the World Dodgeball Federation's World Championships here in Los Angeles, California. Gold medal match for the ladies between Malaysia and the United States.
Yeah, we'll just see both teams talking with their coaching staff now. I would imagine Coach Masro and Schmidt, both former U.S. team members, probably just talking to their team. Maybe, I would imagine only minor adjustments. I feel like they're playing really well. Nothing jumped out about what they're doing that kind of needs adjusting. So I would imagine the message is something along the lines of keep on doing what you're doing, keep the energy up. Meanwhile, for Team Malaysia, there are a few ways they could adapt. I personally think going a little bit more aggressive, but also slowing the game down as much as they can afford to, down 4 points. I think the Malaysian team has shown that they're strong when they can control the flow of the game, but they do need to take some space in the middle of the court away from the Americans in order to do that.
As you mentioned, both coaches, Brittany Maslow and Erica Schmidt, are previous Worlds players. They are familiar to the pressures that their players are under right now. They have been on Team USA multiple times, and they bring a lot to the coaching staff for the United States. Experience, knowledge, and a lot of know-how on how to handle teams like Malaysia.
Yeah, it's unsurprising that the coaching staff would be made up of top-level players. Often have a lot of insight that they can bring, and as long as they have coaching skills as well, you've got perfect combination. Big throws. Malaysia trying to answer and do through the blocking ball. And now Malaysia with the player advantage. I feel like Ashley's going to be the one to throw. She does. Now Team America, is it Amezcua throwing? Of course. They gun right for Ashley. I feel like Ashley is probably the most dangerous arm on this Malaysian team, so when Team USA has a chance to hit her out, they'll take it. Now 5-on-5, crowd cheering their team on again. You see that shot toward the corner missing, and another grab.
Wow.
Yun Fang gets caught out.
By Cecilia Enstrom.
And there's another tag out onto, I believe that was Chia. Malaysia just like that, down to 3. Cook this time finds the mark onto Lin. Now we see Megan and Hui Shan attacking Cook there. Pops right back up, straight into her default stance of pure aggression. And 2 shots toward Megan. The refs say that was a line violation. And it's just Hui Shan. Takes a confident throw. Another one, this time toward Cook, who stays low. And we see the throws from the Americans missing. Hui Shan right up on offense, takes out 2 quickly. Cook missing. Hui Shan returns fire. Missing with those 2 on the defensive backpedaling. The Americans just deciding to drive her back and then set up shop on offense with 4 balls.
Smart play by Hui Shen there. Taking out a couple US players in the process.
Yep, she knows she's got to play aggressive. Her team's down. She's got to take chances if she wants to convert a 1-on-6. Now down to 1-on-4. Americans with some fakes. Ooh. Hui Shan goes up right there, maybe looking for the catch or the counter right away. Gives up the catch herself. She's not happy with something. Certainly the result.
Beautiful catch by Rolina on that one. She was looking for it, definitely.
Yeah, you saw her just square up to that ball and just absorb it as it reached her. Positioned really well, too. She wasn't the player in front. She might not have been the intended target, but she was right there for the catch.
Six to 2 in favor of the United States.
A bit of replay action of some of the back and forth there, including a catch. And here's how it finished off. Oh no, we're back to live. Probably the right call. And a shot toward Lin, missing. Ashley with a great counter. And that shot from Ashley going high toward the other Ashley, number 18 on the United States. And that was, I believe, Yun Fang unable to block both balls coming at her. She's knocked out, bringing it down to a 5-on-5. And we see a couple of throws there toward the corner. Enstrom holding that down. Cook with a big shot toward Ashley. Ooh, big return from Lynn. Hear the Malaysian fans and teammates cheering for their team. They appreciate that exchange. We see a little bit of back and forth as well. And the refs are going to meet in the middle. Look at all those refs out there this time.
Yeah, I believe that was off the block on Malaysian side, making sure that it was a clean block. That's why we have so many amazing refs here today. Several eyes on the court. With 6 balls flying back and forth at any given moment, it's imperative to have several courts to make it a fair game.
And they call one American player off. So that was the conversation, was whether that was a hit. You see, good jump from Ashley Cook. Block. Keeping it safe. Malaysia returns to offense. They've got 3 balls. The Ashleys opposite each other. And Cook with the block.
There's a lot of Ashleys in this tournament, is what we had discovered yesterday. There's a couple on Team Mexico, US, Malaysia.
Ooh, Megan just barely staying in bounds there. Malaysia to the line. They go for Cook and find her. 2 balls dedicated toward Ashley Cook. Cross-body attempt from number 17. Here, rival chants, but there are just more bodies in the stands going for Team USA, so that is louder right now. Team America. They find the shot onto Lynn. No retaliation yet from Team Malaysia. They still got a 4-on-2 player advantage. And we see the shot from Hui Shan just missing. Now the Americans 2 balls each. Quick shot onto Hui Shan, but Megan tagged out. The counter coming. Oh.
Looks like Kate Gong may have stepped out by accident. As I mentioned earlier, those are hard lines. That means they are hard outs. Yeah,
Hui Shan's throw driving her back. Now just 2 balls in hand for Malaysia. That one ball rolling back. We'll see if it's used as bait. Ashley throwing. There's both balls cleared. Ashley on the aggressive, but gets hit out.
Amezcua left in for the United States. She's going for these throws if I know Karina.
Yeah. Now she's capable of catching too, but she seems to be a throw-first player.
And the crowd's chanting her name.
Well, we see the try from Hui Shan missing. Amezcua thinks the better of that attack. She does have to deal with players to either side, so she throws from a fairly safe distance. Now the onus to throw is on Malaysia. They come up aggressively. Amezcua missing and dodging and blocking. Still 1 ball in hand for each member of Team Malaysia. The onus is on Amezcua to throw. She'll take it. And she's hit out. Hui Shan's ball finds the mark. Malaysia gets their 3rd point of the set. 3rd point of the match, sorry.
That's got to make Malaysia feel good to get another point on the board, slowly closing the gap here.
Here we see as Ashley from Malaysia was very aggressive and just missing. Amezcua going low to dodge that follow-up shot. This was how it ended on that charge counter. Hui Shan getting a good clean shot off, and here we go. Currently 7-3. Malaysia having just earned their 3rd point. They still have some work to do to close the gap, but a little bit of momentum now. Ooh, Everybody staying in bounds there. Enstrom struggling a little, but she finds it. And there we see the shot onto Ashley in the middle. Clearly appears to be target number 1 for Team USA when she's out there. I feel like if you think one player in the other team is the clear strongest throw, which I think might be the case with Ashley on Team Malaysia, then it makes sense to target her and take that away from your opponents. That ball bouncing just in front of the target in both cases. Americans group up. And they find the connection. Their balls onto Hui Shan, who had closed out the last point for Malaysia, but will not get the chance to do so. Oh, good shot onto Donch. I think this is her first time in the match. Azalea Donch, longtime player on Pop that. Lynn blocking.
12 minutes left in the game.
And now we see what Team USA is going to be able to do. They've got that player edge. See a ball directed toward Megan, missing. A counter goes high. Chia just sending that ball a little farther up than she wanted to. Ball toward Megan, misses. Lynn coming up and missing. Oh no, maybe not so much missing. Four on four. Throw toward Chia, missing. Ooh, back and forth there. Nobody quite connecting. Yunfeng and Lin in the corners. You see a couple balls directed toward Cook. Clears those with a hop.
10 minutes left in the gold medal game here for the ladies.
Those shots toward Lin, they find her. Lin's been a key contributor out of the corner for Malaysia, so she's been aggressive at times, hard to hit. Now the Americans again with 3 balls. Cook's the one to take the shot. A charging counter from Malaysia. And yeah, I think, yeah, that's a line call. She didn't get hit, but she did find the line, and that is an out. Those lines are lava. Cook with those big fakes. We see the across shot finding Megan. Attempted reply from Yunfeng misses. The Americans now at the 3-2 player edge. Chia and Yunfeng, the only ones remaining for Malaysia so far. They spend the ball toward Cook. Threatens to throw from her knees, and she can do it too. And she finds the shot on Chia. So it's going to be down to just Yunfeng. You hear the Ashley cheers from the crowd. Yunfeng electing not to charge.
Ashley Cook is one of 2 players for the ladies that are from the North region. She plays on Boosh, which is a Minnesota-based team. Paige Peterson being the other player from the North. It's nice to see a little diversity on the ladies team, not just from the West Coast, which is where a majority of the other players come from.
And now the Americans are gonna try and close this out. Yunfeng playing it pretty smart. And still in it. She's got 2 balls now. None left on the American side. Yunfeng being patient. And it's grabbed.
Beautiful catch by Brianna London. Great, that's gotta feel good to end the game that way.
Yeah, London going low to make that catch. And here we'll see it again. Yunfeng deciding who to go on, but London just sinks low and finds it. Great grab. Good positioning on that ball, staying square to it, giving herself the best chance to catch and then collapsing onto it.
making the score 8-3 in the favor of the United States.
Yeah, we have about 8 minutes remaining. See a shot from Ashley. Finds the mark onto Kate Gong. And there's a shot toward Donch. She blocks it. Big fakes from Cook again at the line. And now the Americans setting up and attacking. Grab by Ashley.
She was looking for that. That was a nice catch.
Yeah, she immediately goes for the throw. Blocked cleanly. And there we see Ashley Cook hit out by, I think that was Alia's ball. So Malaysia, here's some of that aggression we were seeing before. That went away for a little while, but now they're taking some 1-for-1s and connecting. Lynn with a fake, but the take will be out of the middle there. However, blocked easily by London. Now the Americans, 4 balls strong. Coming up to center, looking to chip away at this Malaysian player lead. Ooh, that was an aggressive shot. Again, Malaysia down 5 points is going to have to take some of those chances.
7 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, this is a pretty significant gap to make up with not a lot of time. It is possible, but Malaysia will have to take chances. Maybe look for some catches. And meanwhile, I would expect Team USA is just going to use up the shot clock while they have it. And those shots toward Donch.
I think they're confirming to make sure that was a safe block there on Azalea Donch.
And they say it was not. Maybe one of those balls after it had hit her blocking ball might have come into contact on the way out. Malaysia positioned a little better. We see them being a little more aggressive. Those throws toward Lynn missing. Now the Americans settling back in their corners, coming together, talking about what they'll do on offense. That throw missing. And Malaysia up to the line. 2 balls invested, but London survives. Six minutes still on the clock. And I hear another whistle.
It went down.
So Team USA on the offensive, just throwing 1 ball, connecting there with Stella. And we see a little bit of posturing back and forth, fakes from both teams before finally London lets that one go, but misses high. They throw a couple toward London, but miss. And now let's see what the Americans do. Still playing it slow, going 2 balls toward Ashley in the middle. And they connect. The counter does not connect, as that is blocked by London. These American players are doing a great job of winding down the clock.
Yeah. I went back to the USA page and
Ooh, another shot toward London, missing. Ashley holding the line. And there we finally do see them connect. London doing a great job of surviving for quite a while, but Malaysia does manage to earn that point.
We apologize for any streaming issues you may have just experienced. We are back up, though. Score 8-3 in favor of the United States here in the gold medal match for the WDBF Ladies Championship.
Yeah, just 4 minutes remaining. Gold at stake, a 4-point deficit for Malaysia to make up. They will need to be aggressive in order to do it. They're gunning for a three-peat on gold. The Americans
Not the U.S. have anything to say about it.
Yeah. Good shot by Ashley to start things off. It's knocking out Captain Gong. And now we see a couple of balls from Team USA flying into the Malaysian side without doing damage. Shot toward Cook, missing. Donch also alive in the right side. And now as they come up, those two balls from Team USA bouncing short. Malaysia to the line. That's a big hit. Team catch secured. The refs are talking. So there were some balls thrown in an effort to protect their teammates from Malaysia. So of course, part of the question will be if the player who ended up making the catch did get hit by a ball that went dead before they were able to secure the catch. Referees are going to talk about it. Catch is good. And so now USA coming up to the line with some extra balls and a bonus player. They look for Ashley. Still 3 balls in hand for Team USA. 4 balls, sorry. A big shot attempt. Doesn't work. Alia posturing on the right side. Ashley directing traffic from the middle. They throw a couple of balls toward Ashley Cook.
Just under 3 minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, and the Americans just going to try and play it smart and safe. They look for Ashley again in the middle. Just 1 ball. Counter attempt right into Cook's kitchen, knocking her out. The Americans, though, 5 balls up to the line. They take out Stella. And now Malaysia. Once again, it's Ashley calling the shots, looking toward Donch there, but nothing doing. Sanchez talking with her in the middle. And the Americans coming up. Sanchez is the one to let it go. Just missing over the shoulder.
4-on-4 still.
You see a shot toward Gong there. And another try toward Gong from Team Malaysia. And we see another try. Malaysia knows they need to play aggressive, so I think this is the right call. It's a tough spot to be in, but you got to do what you can to give yourself the best chance. Alia taking a shot, and I think that might have been, well, Donch was hit out. The Americans, though, still 3 players and 4 balls. And we see a reply from Megan that misses. 1 minute remaining. The American fans cheering for their team, knowing that this is more or less secured. Ashley shoots and misses. Wei Shan, aggressive at the line, gets hit out. And I think that might have been the shot clock. The Americans, in the attempt to use it all, they used a little too much, and all the balls going over to Team USA, which means Hui Shin is alive because that throw that hit her did not get released before the shot clock went up. We see a lot of back and forth now. A couple of players eliminated from the Americans. So Malaysia at least in a chance to secure a 5th point. However, London still in it, still in a position to grind down some time. Secures a big hit. London again, ooh.
Looks like she may have gone out of bounds there.
Yeah, and that is it. Time is over. I don't think they're going to play it out. Team USA. Maybe they will play it out this time. Nothing much at stake, though, except for pride. London going to see if she can finish strong and just take it all. No blocking allowed. London makes the hit.
One. Just missing that second catch.
Yeah, Ashley at least finishing strong for Malaysia.
Yeah,
but,
definitely. Yeah. So finishing the score with 8-5. United States takes the gold medal for the WDBA 2018 World Championships here in Los Angeles, California, winning it for the home country. I'm sure they're very excited about that. I know Malaysia was hoping for that three-peat, but the United States said not this year.
Now that would have been unprecedented. Still a huge showing from them. I mean, going gold, gold, silver, nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely.
But the American side a little too strong this time. Just finding those catches. I feel like those were the big difference.
Absolutely. So we're going to be switching over here. We're about to see a kind of similar match, United States and Malaysia yet again for the men for the gold medal match. I expect that to be a very close game when they face off with each other in a round robin. It was a really close game. All the top 4 men's teams have just been neck and neck. Last night with United States and Canada going into extra games, it's been a really exciting last couple matches here, so please stay tuned if you can. We're going into the gold medal games for the men.
Yeah, it's a good dramatic match for the women. The American women, yeah, just playing so strong, just finding a lot of those shots and a lot of those catches. That was very well played for the hometown fans.
Congratulations to both teams. No one's going home empty-handed in this game, so that's got to feel good to go home with a little bit of hardware around your neck. We'll hopefully be able to grab a couple players to get some interviews for you streamers at home. In the meantime, we're going to get ready for the men's game about to kick off. Please stay tuned.
right here on this court. Players, take the courts. Let's go. Malaysia men's, US men's, take your courts, take the courts. We have 10 minutes before we start. 10 minutes on the clock, please.
Welcome back to the World Dodgeball Federation Championships. The women's team USA wins! What an amazing, amazing play. I'm here with Ashley Cook and I'm here with Karina.
I'm Mesqua.
Yeah, I'm not even going to try to mess that game. Okay, so Karina, let's start with you, all right? You usually throw off the rush, and today it looked like you were a pawn to row throwing. So tell me what happened with that.
I think, so we talk, we know what's working, we know what's not. Every single person on our team is a utility, every single person on our team is a utility player. You can play wherever you want. I felt I wasn't coming good off the rush, so I was like, I don't want it. Somebody else take it. And everybody else who was taking it was killing it. And I kind of am just there as a distraction sometimes. But the thing is, like, you just got to do what feels good to you, and then your team will back you up. That's what matters the most. And I think over the course of these 4 days, we said we want to be a family, and we became a freaking family. That's what, it's crazy. We grew.
And yes, because when I was talking to Coach Brittany, she said that yesterday you were having a moment and you asked for your team to pick you up. How did that feel?
You just have to be vulnerable sometimes. You have to be able to tell your team when you're not feeling it. I felt like I was killing it 2 days ago against Canada, and then they had my number. They knew exactly what they needed to do to get me out, and I told my team, I said, hey, I'm feeling down. I need you all to pick me up, and I don't even have to say anything else.
Awesome. All right. Ashley, can we just have a moment and talk about that pump fake?
Yes.
That pump fake is wicked. Tell me what you did to perfect that.
Well, pump faking. When I first started, I saw people doing it in like rec leagues, and I had no idea what was happening. I thought it looked really silly. And then as I actually started to play more competitively and learn strategies, I decided I wanted to do that. That seemed like something that I could do. When I first started perfecting my pump fake, so to speak, I would get really mad if I would let the ball slip or anything like that, or if it didn't look convincing, I would watch film and it would drive me crazy. So I just kept working and working and working until I got it where I wanted it. And now if I wanted to, even if I'm planning to pump fake, I'm at the point where I could just let it rip.
Right, it's amazing. Okay, so tell us about your nickname, Smashly. Yes, Smashly. Where did that come from?
Honestly, it came from Cody Foley. The Twin Cities is a lovely community. Actually, I think we were watching Pitch Perfect, and I don't know the exact origins, but yeah, I don't know. That's where it came from, and then he was like, that's really fitting. You throw things hard, you smash them. And now here we are, Smashly it is.
Awesome. All right, so this is your first time playing for Team USA. Tell me what that means to you and how this experience has been. I'll start with you, Karina.
Oh my goodness. This has been a very, like, it's been full of growth. I think it's just like, today I am not the same person I was when I came in on Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is, but I am not the same person that I was. I see my opponents and I either mimic you or I will freaking charge you until I have nothing left in me. And it's just like, I want to be there for my team no matter what. And this is my first year. It's not going to be my last. I hope. Recruiters. I'm just very, very proud of the team we became in 4 freaking days. We're all so spread out across the country, and we just like evolved into one team. It means a lot. So much, Christina.
And how about you?
For me, I got to play for Las Vegas in 2015, and I thought that experience was amazing in itself. We played in round robin, but we weren't allowed to medal. And I actually watched some of that film, and it's so crazy how not only I have grown in this amount of time since 2015, but dodgeball as a whole has grown so immensely. And my favorite thing is definitely the community that everybody keeps talking about. I've seen these girls, I've played against these girls, I've only played with a couple of these people a few different times, and that's it. And watching us come together so quickly, it just clicked exactly when it needed to, and there's no feeling like that. It's absolutely amazing. I'm hoping we can come back and do it again. We finally got our groove, and it was one of the best moments.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much, and congratulations. Amazing jobs. Congratulations.
For everything. For helping me too, helping me feel good about myself.
You're amazing. All right, so I will let these ladies go back and celebrate, and we are going to get ready for the men's USA versus Malaysia. Let's do this.